you saw, it was not a rainy day in England, so I decided to take the bike to the gym, which is about a 20-minute ride or so, which is a good warm-up leading into the session. I didn't need to do too much when I got to the gym as far as stretching, just a little dynamic warm-up, some leg swings, some walkouts, and then some static stretching at the end. But even if I drive to the gym, either way I'll spend about 5-10 minutes on the bike or the treadmill just getting warmed up, and then another 5 to 10 minutes just stretching. But especially when you do plyometric movements like this, you really want to focus on the warm-up. Last thing you want to do is tweak something just because you didn't warm up properly to start. This whole workout was focused around explosive plyometric movements, single leg stability, and a lot of core work. So it was all body weight, didn't touch a weight the whole time, but I really kept my heart rate up, got a lot done with very little rest, as you'll see towards the end of the video. To start the workout, I did 3 different exercises with about 10 seconds rest in between each one, just to keep my heart rate up the whole time, keep myself moving. The first exercise, as you see here, are lower back extensions. This exercise is particularly important for me. I do this almost every workout, just because I had a bad lower back injury. So it's important for me to keep that area strong just to prevent further injuries. But for soccer players in general, this is an awesome exercise just because it works the whole posterior chain, which are your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back, which is where all your power comes from when you're sprinting, jumping, doing explosive movements like that in the field. I did 18 reps of the lower back extensions, focusing on a deep stretch at the bottom and then squeezing in the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back at the top. From there, I went into 2 core exercises, with the first one being V-ups, which I did 20 reps of. Just kept them slow and controlled while keeping my abs contracted the whole time. From the V-ups, I went straight into toe touches for the last exercise in the superset. Kept these at 20 reps as well, kept my legs high, always trying to reach for my feet and just getting the shoulders and the upper back off the ground. Always squeezing my abs at the top. Moving on to the next set of exercises, I started with the deficit box jump to single leg land. So I use an 18-inch box, and as you can see here, I stick the landing on one leg at the top. The key with this exercise is that you want to spend as little time on the ground as possible. The whole point of plyometric movements is they're supposed to be quick and explosive. So as you see me jump off that box, I don't stick the landing at the bottom. I try to pop up right away and then stick the landing at the top. Focusing on one leg just because as soccer players we're constantly jumping and landing off of one leg, so it's important to focus on that stabilization. I did 10 reps of this, so 5 on each side. After a 10-second rest, I went straight into a TRX push-up for the upper body. This isn't only a chest exercise. I'm keeping my core tight the whole time, so it's almost a total body stability exercise. What your hips want to do is fall towards the ground, and you're going to want to arch your lower back. Don't let that happen. Keep your core tight the whole time. Keep your body in a nice straight line. And just focusing on lowering yourself as low as you can, big range of motion, and then keeping that shoulder joint nice and stable, pressing through all the way to the top. After doing that chest movement, we're going to flip it around and do a TRX row for the back. The first 8 reps I did with this, I did 16 reps total. With the first 8, I kept my palms kind of facing out so my elbows came out a little bit wider. This targets more of the upper back and the rear delts, and then as you can see I turned my hands to a neutral grip for the last 8 reps. This targets more the mid-back. Moving on to the third group of exercises, as you can see I'm starting with jump roping, which is a good bit of cardio because I did this for 2 minutes, but also a good plyometric movement because we're just quickly bouncing off our toes. Just like with the box jumps before, spend as little time on the ground as possible. Just hit the ground, pop right back up. After the jump roping, moved on to an exercise that isolates the hamstrings and the glute. So I did a single leg hamstring curl on the exercise ball, and I did 10 reps on each side with this. And as you can see, I'm not keeping my body in one place the whole time. I'm not just bringing my knee in towards me. When I tuck that ball in towards me, I actually bring my hips up as well. It really focuses on the squeeze in the hamstring. The more you dig your heel down into that ball, the more you're going to activate the hamstrings. The third exercise in the superset, I did skater jumps. Another plyometric movement, focusing on that explosive lateral jump side to side. I stuck the landing for about a half second, just focusing on that stability and controlling my body. I kept these jumps at 20 reps and just focused on jumping as far as I can side to side every rep. Alright, last group of exercises. The first one I did was a TRX Chest Fly. Similar to what you would do with a set of dumbbells, just dropping your hands out to your side, a little stretch in the chest, and then squeezing through on the way back up. Except unlike the dumbbells, this requires a lot more core strength. Just like with the push-ups before, keep your core tight, don't let your hips drop towards the floor, and always keep your body in a straight line. Also, this one requires a lot more shoulder stability, so always keep control of those handles. Don't lower yourself too far or you could get injured. I kept this at 15 reps. And then I did the last core exercise for the day. So I did plank rollouts using an exercise ball. This one, for whatever reason, always seems to destroy my abs. As you move your arms out, right there, that's going to be the most difficult position to hold. So the further you move your arms out, the more it's going to tax your stomach. So keep your core tight, keep your body in a straight line. And I kept these right at 12 reps. Final plyometric exercise, just did a standing long jump. Just 5 reps, just trying to launch yourself as far as you can each rep. Get your upper body involved as well to really propel yourself forward. It's not just in the legs, but always make sure you stick that landing. So during all my workouts and training sessions, I always wear a polar heart rate monitor. Kind of a chest strap that just records your heart rate, calories burned, stuff like that. I'm kind of a stats guy, so I like keeping track of that kind of stuff. So as you can see, whole workout was about 50 minutes. Burned a lot of calories, 444. Kept my heart rate up the whole time. You can see the chart at the bottom. But yeah, little rest and got a lot done.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, had a good workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all I got for you today. I just got to the field. Just gonna do a little juggling, stretching session, call it a day, get home, get some rest. But as always, leave a like, comment, subscribe. See you next video.
Fueled by them to see the horizon.